Hello everyone, this is BarrelTrying65 again, and today is part 2 of my Halloween special movie reviews. This one is the sequel to the abominable Dr. Phibes. Dr. Phibes rises again. This sequel is somewhat better than the original, than the first one. Vincent Price comes back to do his role as Dr. Phibes, and the critic says he does it better in the sequel than the first one. There is going to be some heavy spoilers in this, so please be advised. Before I begin my review, I need to make an apology, a correction. In my first video on the abominable Dr. Phibes, I mentioned that it was on Netflix. As of this recording, it is not on Netflix. Although The House on Haunted Hill, the original one with Vincent Price, is on Netflix. So I do recommend that you do watch it. Okay, Dr. Phibes Rises Again takes place months after the events of the first movie. At the end of the first movie, Dr. Phibes embalms himself and is with his deceased wife, buried underground underneath the Phibes mansion. Time has come by. The Detective Trout, who was investigating murders in the first movie, has moved on, but still works for Scotland Yard. In fact, he does pursue Dr. Phibes in this movie. It opens up with Phibes being reanimated back to life. The embalming fluid goes out and his blood comes back in. Phibes wakes up and his female assistant Volnavia, played by Virginia Woods, who's back reclaiming her role. Even though people thought, wait a minute, I thought she died in the first movie. She did, but Volnavia is basically like a spiritual assistant. She doesn't speak in the whole movie. But she does have a reputation of assisting Phibes, for she cares for him. She even kills for Dr. Phibes. Phibes and Volnavia goes on the accordion, on the organ that he has, rises back up. Turns out his entire mansion was destroyed, demolished, knocked over. But what makes Phibes really mad is that the safe they had hidden with a map inside. The map that leads to an eternal life. A river in Egypt. Not the Nile River. This is a special river that takes people to rejuvenation, life. That's what Dr. Phibes wants to do, is to bring his wife back from the dead by going to this river. Phibes finds out that his arch rival, Beiderbecke, has stolen the map, and he himself is going to Egypt. Throughout the way, Phibes tails Beiderbecke through the entire place, on a cruise ship in Egypt to a desert oasis that Beiderbecke's team has camped out. The death scenes in this one is more gruesome than the first one, especially the box. One of the deaths involves this box that's like, you know how those accordion players play? He straps someone inside this thing, and Phibes turns a crank and is squishing the person into a box that only you can see his head. And I mean, the box is about the size, if you can tell. Just imagine the top of this disc. It's about halfway but short, like 3 feet tall. Another one is the scorpions. I mean, pinch of scorpions all over. The hail machine comes back, but it's now a sand machine, injecting hot sand through the whole thing. Detective Trout finds out that Phibes is back, and he tells them all to Egypt. Trout even tells Biderbeck to stop this discovery on the river. Go home. You have a wife. Go home. Phibes kidnaps Biderbeck's wife. And it turns out, halfway removed, that Biderbeck is not the man who we think he is. He is actually over 150 years old. He has been using water from that river and taking small shots of it every couple of years for him to keep his youth. But he needs to go back to the river to get more water. Phibes has basically gave Biderbeck an ultimatum. This is at the end of the movie. Will you love more? Your eternal youth or your wife? If you got about 5 minutes to get the key, unlock your wife, or else the spiked ceiling is going to kill her. At the end, Biderbeck saves his wife, and Phibes is in the river, going away, and you can hear this romantic, soothing song play, just like the end of the first one. Biderbeck's wife tells him that, don't worry, honey, we do have all the time in the world. And then Biderbeck starts turning gray. His age is starting to come forward. Oh, in my retro review, this is a good movie to watch. It is better than the first one. Find it online somehow. I know both movies are on YouTube. At the time of this recording, I don't know if they're going to yank them for copyright, but there should be sites that you can find these two movies to watch them. Vincent Price is one of the best horror actors ever, and you should enjoy it. The music in both Phibes movies are astounding. It is good for the timeline and all that. Anyway, future projects. I have none at this moment, but if there was like a movie or a TV series you would like me to review, please let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, please. I am starting to go back to doing videos for ScrewAttack.com. If you are a fellow G1 or know or wants to, that goes to the ScrewAttack.com website, I do have videos online on our site for the Mega Man video game franchise. Please watch them, like, comment, subscribe to them. Anyway, this is BarrelJohn65, signing out.